Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm KD. These are my Leaf Diaries. Welcome back to another video, another review of a very nice and interesting regional edition cigar. This is the latest regional edition cigar that was launched in Sofia. It was launched by Calimán Caribe in a cocktail evening, which was amazing in the Cohiba atmosphere. An iconic cigar lounge, very premium. And it is the Juan López Lancero Adriático. Now, this is not strictly a Bulgarian edition cigar. I don't know if we're going to get one this year. It's the 30th anniversary of Calimán Caribe. I'm hoping that we get one, but chances are probably not. We'll see how it goes. I'm very, very grateful to have access to this though, because as you can probably see, this is a Lancero size and it's just magical. A little bit of history, and I'm not going to delve too much into this history because I've mentioned it in quite a few videos about Juan López in particular. This brand was established in the 1870s by Juan López Diaz, who was a Spanish entrepreneur. It's a celebrated brand by seasoned aficionados that basically provides a very well balanced blend and very good vitolas as well in the portfolio, but at the same time it doesn't break the bank. This, however, is a regional edition, and this, however, is quite a lot more special than your average Juan López number 1, number 2, even from the La Casa del Habano, which is the Selección Especial, the 150th Aniversario. I'm really, really grateful to have the ability to have had the ability to attend the event. It was touch and go until the last moment, but luckily I managed to pull that off. Even when I was working throughout the entire weekend, it was a bit manic, but we got there. Let me cut it, light it, and talk to you a little bit more about it. I'll skip the close-ups today though. I'm feeling especially lazy. I will go with my trusty Le Fin Lam knife, which is something I have not used for a while now. My very much engraved KD Leaf Diaries Le Fin Lam, if I may say so myself. Love this particular knife, really, really nice. Bought it recently, and the reason why I want to use the knife is I would usually cut through, but this is a Lancero, and I really want to go around the vitola instead of cutting through the cigar. So very, very carefully, almost with a surgical precision, because this is so sharp, it's nearly surgical. For those of you that own one of these knives, you'll know what I mean by that. These knives, by the way, and I've shown this again in other videos, but they are sharpened on one side and dull on the other side. They're quite straight on the other side. This is the way that Japanese sashimi knives are sharpened. And for those of you who don't know what a sashimi is, Google it. Something very delicious. There we go. Cigar is now cut, and all we need to do is pop off the cap. Comes up really nice with like a cap of an acorn. Really, really nice. There we go. There we go. And as Mr. Alex Cigar Dandy does, no cap. That was a joke. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the video. Anyway, silly me. I'm just too excited for this particular cigar. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the event and the whole experience whilst I was there. You know, you can watch the vlog as well. The vlog was a bit intense, so I'm gonna try and relax now and tell you a little bit more about how everything went. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate and be very, very precise with the lighting. I want to make sure that I light it really gently. And this is what you get from a full with gas Esti Dupont. Original Esti Dupont. Replica Esti Dupont. Hear that? Every time. Every time. Had this since last February, never had an issue. Never once did it let me down. And this is, by the way, the second STD pour that goes 40 on me in the last probably few weeks. I had a biggie, Casablanca biggie, which I dropped from not more than a meter's height. Basically, it fell off the table the day that I arrived in Sofia for the Lancero Adriático launch. It just dropped a meter from a meter height and it stopped working. It's now back with Dupont to see if they can fix it under warranty. They charged me 40 quid just to look at it. It's amazing for a 360 pound lighter, and this is a 180 pound lighter. This is a 160 pound lighter, and it's eternal. I don't know what they do with these qualities nowadays. These luxury brands is really disheartening. Oh, wow. Yes. Perfect draw. Absolutely perfect draw. The retro hell is very nutty, very, very smooth, very nutty. Really nice, almost like an acorn type aroma. Roasted acorn. Yeah, this is an absolute treat, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute treat. I managed to buy two. Well, before I start talking to you about all of that, obviously, let me tell you a little bit more about this Vitola. This is Vitola de Calm down, Katie. This is Vitola de Galera Laguito Especial. 192 millimeters, or for those of you from the US, 7.5 inches by 40 ring gauge. 6,000 boxes, semi-boite naturel boxes, 10 of each. Sorry, 10 cigars in each box. 2024 class of regional edition cigars. Sorry, I got really excited. This is just medium to full body cigar. Sensational. Do you know what? I was actually not sure. When I tried it at the event, I wasn't quite sure. And then I tried it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Each guest was allowed to buy only 2 boxes as part of the invite. So each invite received 2 like cardboard cutouts, square cutouts with the Juan López logo. And each of those cutouts gave you the opportunity to buy 1 box. So each attendee got 2 boxes, which was quite interesting. There was people walking out with 4 boxes in bags for some reason. Maybe they were buying more invites. They probably knew in advance what the sales politics will be, or the sales rules will be on the event. Unfortunately, I didn't know, so I only got 1 invite for myself, and I got 2 boxes. But starting to have more of these cigars, the more I smoke them, the more, oh my God. Yeah, very smooth, very woody, very nutty, very subtle, very small quantities and hints of some sort of spice, something like white pepper. I can't put my finger on it, but very, very subtle. There is this almost like a rich bouquet of cedar and earthiness and kind of, it almost reminds me, I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of walking into a wood shop, like a proper chippies shop. It just smells of that woodiness inside, that oud. Amazing. A friend of mine, Stoyan, if you're watching this, I think you called it on the evening. This is a really sensational cigar. The burn, as you can see, quite even. Okay, let's put that down for a second and put some pairing in. So what I'm going to be pairing the Lancero Adriático with is this. It's the Aberlour 12. Amazing, one of my favorite distilleries, especially the 16 and 18-year-olds. Honestly, elixir of the gods. But I also enjoy the 12 quite a lot. Of course, my trusty Diamas glass. I mean, that sound. Wow, this is a hefty pour. Never mind. Never mind. We're Bulgarian, we can handle it. Cheers, everyone. Oh, nice. So smooth. Yeah, much made in heaven. Don't know if you could see the way I've cut it. It's opened up the cap quite nicely, and the draw is really nice, to be honest. But the aromas, the tastes, sublime. I can't see these boxes lasting more than the end of next month. And I truly hope that Kaliman Caribe can stock some more, and that I'll be able to have the opportunity to buy some more boxes, because this is a cigar, ladies and gents, that I can easily go through boxes. It is just way too good, is what it is. Into the second third, some cocoa, not a lot, some cocoa, a lot of coffee is now coming out, and the blend starts to deepen and thicken, as I like to say. It moves from, because the first few puffs, the first third is, I wouldn't say light, medium to full, I'd say medium at best. Actually, it's quite light, quite smooth, and as you transition from the first to the second third, it moves into a more robust medium, and then as you transition from the second to the last third, it becomes a medium to full, and possibly even full body cigar. Especially just after the bands, it becomes a full body cigar. Yes, so the event. I spent about 3 days. So I landed on a Wednesday. So Thursday, then Friday was the event, and on the Saturday I left Bulgaria. I unfortunately had to work remotely because the event was supposed to be on, that it got moved, then it was on again, with a very small leeway for me to react and get time off work, sort out flights, accommodation, etc. But I managed to pull it off, which was great. I met quite a few friends on the Thursday evening. Wednesday I landed around midnight, so it was too late. I didn't bother going out. On Thursday I met quite a few friends. We had an absolute blast with the guys from Sofia. Then Friday was the event. The event was nice. It was, as I mentioned, a cocktail evening. It wasn't anything official. It was smart casual dress code, I'd say. Pairing was with Flor de Cana, I think 18 rum, which is exactly the same pairing that I'm going to be using for my event on the 4th, 5th, and 6th of July. By the way, the event is now live. You can sign up by reaching out to me directly, have a quick chat with me, and we can see if this is something that you would like to explore. Everyone takes care of their own flights, hotels. There is a £60 charge for the main event, which is going to be on the 5th of July in the Cohiba atmosphere, which includes a champagne reception, one of these cigars, and La Flor de Cana 18 rum. Once we have this cigar, everyone can then enjoy other cigars from the Humidor from Calimán Caribe in the Cohiba Atmosphere Lounge. So going back to the event, we had the cigar, we bought a couple of boxes, we had some chat, and then we left. It wasn't anything spectacular or special, but Calimán, as always, did a very good job at organizing and setting up everything. There was live music, there was a DJ, the crowd was really nice. We were asked to fill in a feedback form, which was quite refreshing to see by Calimán Caribe, to basically share our thoughts about the cigar, which was great. I tried to leave as much feedback as possible. I very much doubt that the guys from Calimán Caribe can read my writing, because I haven't written with a pen in years. The only time I use a pen is just to sign my signature, and that's it. I'm a keyboard warrior, unfortunately. It's my job, my occupation. Let alone writing in Cyrillic. This was such a challenge. I was mixing Latin and Cyrillic all the time. It was, embarrassing to say the least. So apologies, Calimán Caribe. I hope to see more of Calimán Caribe, more events, more. I'm gonna be there, of course, all the time. And I'm quite excited to see everyone in July on my event. As I mentioned, I'm very much looking forward to it. I think I mentioned in a few other videos, we're landing on a Friday, 4th of July. Quick shopping, then back to the hotel, get ready for the evening, or first evening on a Friday evening on the 4th of July. We are going to be in the Ozone Sky Club in Sofia, which is situated on the rooftop of the Millennium Hotel. Then the next day after Ozone, we're going to go to an after party somewhere until the early hours of the morning, Saturday. Then late morning on the Saturday, quick breakfast, do some shopping again. And then I've booked the restaurant for the group. I'm going to take everyone to a nice traditional Bulgarian restaurant where we can enjoy a traditional Bulgarian meal with traditional Bulgarian rakia, which is an interesting drink made of grapes. I think people will love it. After that, some relaxation, maybe a coffee or some more shopping, and the main event will be in the Cohiba Atmosphere Lounge. We're going to be hosted by Calimán Caribe. The cigar of choice is going to be the Adriático Lancero. Juan López, as I mentioned, champagne reception, all the rest of it. After that, after the evening at the Cohiba Atmosphere, we're going to go to an after party again until the early hours of the Sunday. Back to the hotel, a little kip, and then get ready for going back to the UK or whichever country you guys come from. That's going to be loosely how the evening is going to go. My next confirmed trip, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned it in the last video, I'm not sure, it will be Dublin for the Punch Nectaris launch, which I'm quite excited about. And I am currently looking at possibilities to go Portugal and meet someone from my group his name's Luis, really good guy, who's kindly helping me to source a few boxes from the St. Louis Rey Adamastor, which is another Lancero we've got this year from Habanos. There's a total, I think, of 4 Lanceros, which are regional editions. I'll try and get them all. I can't promise. I'll do my best. And I'm exploring options to try and source the Juan López Valkyria, which is the Nordico-Baltico region cigar. Sorry, regional edition cigar from Habanos. Going back to the cigar, the Adriático Lancero. The Lancero as a Vitola is quite sought after Vitola by cigar aficionados, predominantly because it's a special Vitola, and the thing that makes it special is that this particular Vitola was developed specifically for Fidel Castro. Its origins are from the 1960s in Cuba, and this, as I mentioned, was specifically developed for Castro. The Laguito #1, the Cohiba Lancero, was Castro's notorious favorite cigar. And of course, it was reserved for diplomatic gifts. Very difficult to come by for a very long time. It was not available to the outside public. It was only available for diplomatic gifts. Of course, there is the aesthetic, the slender size of the Vitola. Its length and small ring gauge allow for the blend to develop really nice in a slow manner. All those tastes and aromas are very slowly going through the length of the cigar, and they continue to intensify until the end of the smoking experience, which makes this quite special. And this is why it's quite unique that we see this year, they're not all Lanceros, but very similar size Lanceros. There's 4 of them. This being 1, the Damastor being 2, and I can't remember which are the other 2 that are very similar size to a Lancero. Although commercially it's not that important what type of Vitolas you've got, the actual connoisseurs and aficionados do have a very soft spot in their hearts for Lancero. Some say it's deeply rooted, and it is deeply rooted in Cuban tradition, especially when we see brands like St. Louis Rey and Juan López coming out with Lanceros. It's quite refreshing to see, hence why they're so sought after, and hence why they're so difficult to come by. Now, of course, the secondary market that I keep talking about doesn't help that matter. Having Chinese customers buying hundreds of boxes in one go and then reselling them at double, triple the price. But c'est la vie, unfortunately. I'm also probably going to be doing a very quick, or not so quick, Italian vlog in July. We'll see how it goes. And when Diadema Spy is going to decide to drop the next regional edition for Italy. For those of you who don't know, we're expecting the Diplomatico Leggendario. I've mentioned that name a few times in previous videos. The next Italian regional after the St. Louis Rey Lacuna is the Diplomatico Leggendario Vitola de Galera Julieta number 2, 47 ring gauge by 178 millimeters. Big boy. Very much looking forward to that. I'm hoping that my friends in Italy will be able to help me source that cigar, so I can have a quick trip to Milan and grab a few boxes, and I'm going to be able to bring that cigar to your screens, and you're going to be able to hear my opinions on the cigar. My private cigar club is also growing. I've got 10 people now. Very slowly I'm growing the private club. The reason being is I want to make sure that I've got the right type of members in that club. We've started talking about ways we can help each other source cigars and help each other share cigars. We've already started, which I think is a very positive thing, where we are all going to chip in trying to source difficult to find cigar and share them amongst us, which might be an interesting concept for a very closed and very closely knitted community. It's going to be quite helpful because none of us are going to be able on our own to get access to all of the cigars that way. It might help a lot. Also, I'm going to start moving all of the events onto the private club exclusively to try and drive the narrative that way, but we'll see how it goes. It's too early in the day. Right now I'm going to keep everything open and available from a KD Leaf Diaries community perspective in the Telegram group. Moving forward, we'll see how it goes. It's really difficult to plan for things like that. It's really difficult to find what the right solution is and what the right recipe will be for a particular venture. It's not like I've been doing those sort of organizations all my life. It's very much a learning curve for me, and it's a journey. And this is why I'm calling it KD Leaf Diaries, because it is that, my diaries, my journey through the cigar world and the cigar lifestyle. A lot of people call it a hobby. It's not a, but to me, this is not a hobby. To me, this is my way of life, and this is what differentiates the people that are going to be in my cigar club and the people that are going to be in the community. You know, for people that this is just a hobby, that's absolutely fine. There is a place for that. For people that are really passionate, they want to try everything, they want to live that sort of lifestyle, this is where we're going to start talking about that private club. And I'm hoping that as we grow, we're going to be able to produce some more international events where we can commit to each other and start traveling across Europe and enjoy certain weekends, lads weekends, and so on and so forth. So very much looking forward to that. I think that's going to be it from me for tonight. I hope you like my random thoughts. I need to probably try and start structuring those videos in the narrative, because I don't know if you've noticed today, especially today, I've been jumping from subject to subject quite a lot, and I'm hoping I haven't confused the hell out of you, so apologies if I had. I'll start to put some structure around the videos and be able to better articulate what I want to talk to you about in those videos in the beginning of the video, so you don't have to go through the whole video and find out that wasn't quite for me. But give me some hints, guys. Let me know what you think I should start doing and what you think that might work or doesn't work, and I'm more than happy to take a stab at it. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me for now. Please don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. My link tree is here for all your cigar content. Really happy with everyone's support. Thank you very much for subscribing. You know, follow, share, as I mentioned. Check out my Instagram page. I stopped doing TikTok. I do apologize. A lot of people ask me why I'm not doing TikTok. TikTok is a dead platform for cigar content. Unfortunately, I gave up once last year. I was off for, TikTok for a few months. Then I tried again. It's just not worth it. Every video gets taken down. I got tired. Hence why I moved to Instagram and YouTube. A lot more liberal platforms for someone like me. So yeah, give me some pointers. Let me know what you guys think that you would like to see. More cigar vlogs, more how-to guides, more trivia, more cigar reviews, or whatever. Everyone does cigar reviews, and I try to break out those reviews with some news, with some interesting facts as much as I can to keep you guys entertained, because I think it's going to be quite dull if I keep talking about the same cigar and how amazing it is and how good it is. A good cigar is a good cigar. A bad cigar is a bad cigar. I've probably only reviewed one, the La Flor de Cano Selectos number 3, that is the current UK original, which got launched. They tried to hype it up, fell flat on its face, and yeah, no one is interested in it, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it from me. Sorry for the chaos. So sorry for the jumping from subject to subject. I'll try to keep this as the one and only, or the last video of me jumping from subject to subject so much. I hope I haven't confused the hell out of you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to my blabbery. I'm KD. These were my Leaf Diaries, and I'll catch you in the next video, ladies and gents. Thank you.